Hello everyone, I'm doing something a little different today, as you can see. I'm gonna do like a little art challenge. I'm gonna be drawing random Pokemon from memory. So I think I'm gonna do maybe a total of 3, depending on the time. But we're gonna jump right into it. This over here, I have a random Pokemon generator. What it does, as you can see from this name, is it generates a random Pokemon name from any region. And there's all the different forms and all that. And it does not have the sprite, so it's entirely random. And so what I'm going to do is it's going to generate one, and I'm going to try to draw it the best I can without using a reference. Then afterwards, after I'm done, I am going to compare my drawing to the actual art of the Pokemon to see how bad or how good I was able to draw it from memory. So we're just going to jump right into it, and first Pokemon that we will be drawing according to the generator is Rua. Okay, Zorua and Zoroark are actually some of my favorite Pokemon. I really do like them. But the question is, how well can I draw them entirely from memory? Alright, so let's that's the wrong tool. Let's start with my base shapes here. We got like head, and it's got kind of like a small fox-like body. Where its ears go? Kinda, it's got like this thing on its head. I don't know about that. Alright, let's lighten that, and that's kind of what we're going to use as our base. The interesting thing about this is that you're kind of going to see how I do my art process. So that's interesting. So I know it's got like a fluffy hair. It's got this fluff. And it's got a little bit of red in it. Like that. I can't quite remember how its ears go just yet. I'll make this a little bit lighter. I don't know how well that shows up for you guys, but for me it's quite perfect. Kind of has a small nose. So that's just kind of like the Gen 5 style. Yeah, this definitely kind of looks like Zorua, but also kind of doesn't. Oh man, I don't know what to do for these ears. I'm a little stuck. I think we're gonna do... That looks kind of right. Yeah, that looks kind of right. We'll do that. Alright, so that's a pretty good head, I think. I always have trouble when it comes to the eyes, though. So there's so many, like, different types of Pokemon eyes. I think, Zora's eyes are, like, a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna go ahead and make those kind of, like, yeah, that doesn't look quite right either. Yeah, like I said, the eyes are always, that's the hard part for me. Alright, let's try maybe... Okay, that's basically the same thing, but whatever. And then I know it has, like, he has, like, eyebrows. Okay, that looks kind of weird, but also because I'm not good at drawing fox-like creatures in general, but yeah, that's decent enough. Then it has, like, a little mouth there. Then I'm not liking this body shape entirely, so I'm just kind of gonna erase it for now. And then, maybe I'll have it sitting down, but it doesn't quite look like that. I'll go in like, fox body shapes, that's hard, man. Something kind of like this, maybe. Yeah, we'll throw that shape in there. As for legs, I know it has kind of like its nose, like a pointy tip to it. like it doesn't have well-defined paws. And then add the leg, I think they have like red tips to them. Then we gotta do its legs, which are pretty much the same. Yeah. That looks kind of right. And then for its tail, I think it's kind of similar to how its, like hair is, with like, it's just floof. Okay, okay, okay. It kind of looks like Zorua. So I'm not entirely sure what to do with these eyes, but I think it's kind of got like this thing going on. Maybe? Something like that. Yeah, we'll go with this. Interesting. Okay, so like the head shape, that's pretty good. The body is just kind of bad because I don't know. I feel like it has some floof here too, almost kind of like Eevee does. I don't know where this is coming from, but I sense floof. It's just a floofy Pokemon. That doesn't look quite right though. Maybe we'll... why is floof so hard? Like this, maybe? Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking a little better here. I do want to fix this back in there. So this is what I ended up sketching for Zorua. Final thoughts before I look at an actual picture is I think with the head shape, like the floof and like the ears, I think that's pretty good. And the colors, maybe not in the right places, but the blackish color, the red, and the turquoise eyes, I think that's fairly accurate. The body I know for sure is wrong, and I'm not sure about this floof around its neck. I think I was thinking too much of Eevee. I can't remember like where this extra floof is coming from, but yeah. But the body's kind of weird, but that's also just because I'm not great at drawing fox-like bodies in general. But overall, I don't think this is bad. Drawing it completely from memory, I think there are some things that are fairly accurate. But let's actually compare it to an actual Zorua and see if it's anything like it at all. Okay, looking at an actual Zorua, the one on the left here, yeah, it's a lot different than what I had. I thought I did pretty good, but, yeah, I can see there are definitely some clear things that I got wrong. The first being, like, the eye shape. It was more of, like, a circle, and I had more of kind of like an oval actual eye shape there. Oops, got rid of the Zorua. And you can see that the ears, they don't have the red like I do, it's actually more of that black. The hair floof I got fairly accurate. I knew it was kind of like this floofy shape with some red, so the placement's a little off on mine, but yeah, I can give myself that. There was like these floof on the sides of the face that I missed, and also the nose does not have red. It's not Rudolph, but apparently I thought it was. My biggest mistake, I think, was the floof on the neck. See, on actual Zorua, it's like literally, there is black floof. I was right that there was floof. But I was very wrong on like the color and kind of how it goes. I'm sorry. It's kind of like it flows all this one way, where mine was just kind of going every which way, a little bit like Eevee's. And also the tail I got wrong. I thought it also had the red kind of like the hair did, but no. Oh, another thing I got right though was the feet. The little red tips of the feet. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of differences, but for the first one, that's pretty good. I'd give myself, like, maybe a B+ for that one. But yeah, not bad overall. Let's go on to Pokemon number 2. Alright, we are back on the generator, and in 3, 2, 1, we are going to have a new Pokemon to draw. So 3, 2, 1, Pansear. Okay, Gen 5 is my favorite, and I've played it quite a bit, so it's interesting that we keep getting Gen 5 mons. Now I will say that I've never really been a huge fan of the elemental monkeys, so I haven't used them much. I know they have like these big ears, and I think Pansear is like a fire. Just trying to get this body shape kind of sketched out. As for its arms, I don't really know how they go, but it's like circle-like hands. And I think the same with the feet. I don't know. We'll go with this shape thing. Alright. Let's start sketching him then. So yeah, we're gonna get this round head in there. I know they have kind of like round, oval-like heads, and then these big old ears. Alright, so let me just sketch those in. That's alright. And kind of like how I drew on Zeraora, I think he's got some like fluff that resembles fire. I'm not sure exactly how it goes. I think we're just gonna leave it at that for now. And if anything decides to kick back in my memory, then that would be helpful. I don't like how that looks. Because I know that they have like slightly detailed ears. I'm not sure what else goes in there. Is it like that? Or am I thinking something else? I don't know. Like a little triangle monkey nose, and I know he has a lighter color on his face. How does it go? Not really sure on that. Maybe does it... Some connection with the ears. Doesn't look quite to me either. I'll come back to that. Let's try the body shape. So it's kind of got like this sort of shape going on to it, like, how to describe it? Kind of like a drop of water, almost. You kind of see, like, what I'm going for. Pretty thin limbs, but the hands get bigger. Not like that. But, I think it's just a thumb, and then that, kind of like mitten, like mitten-like hands. Like that? Sure. And like little flame patterns. And we'll kind of repeat that over here. Other arm. Fix that a little bit, but flame patterns. Yeah. Alright, let's give this dude some feet. Oh, I have to add a tail for him too, don't I? Yeah, I think he's got a tail. We kind of do similar to, no, not that. I think we'll just give him round feet. I think that makes the most sense. Do another one over here. No, I could just copy and paste, but I'm a little lazy. And that looks alright anyway. So yes, I believe the monkeys have a tail, and he's got like a little flame tail. You know, he's a fire monkey. Yep, sketch that in, wrong eraser. That looks okay. Now it's this face I'm gonna have trouble with. I think it also kind of has that thing that Zerberoi did, where it was like separated by color, except this year is like the lighter color. Yeah, I'm still not sure how like the white on his face goes, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, maybe. Then I remember some kind of pattern like that. And it kind of looks like flames. Maybe that, maybe? I'm not sure, but that's kind of how I remember it, like coming up from the bottom. So we're gonna leave it with that. And then for his eyes, I remember these ones definitely were kind of like that oval shape that I should have given to Zorua. But as far as the exact placement goes, I don't know. And I don't remember if this will do his eyebrows either, so I might just not give them to him. He kind of has like a similar eye shape and stuff to Zorua. So we'll kind of sketch that in. Maybe change up the that's like here. It's just white and black. And then they have like this mouth to it. I think Pansy has like mouth open, something like that. And then I think I do remember like an ear pattern. I'm not sure like exactly how it would go. My brain is thinking something like this squiggly. I don't know. But let's go ahead and give that a try. This is what we have for Pans here. Alright, so sketch number 2 is done. Here's like what I came up with for Panseer. Final thoughts before I look at the real Panseer. I'm a little unsure, especially of like the ears and like this part. Um, I feel like I might be combining other elements of the other elemental monkeys, so Pansage and Panpour. Um, but like I think these legs, I think they're the right color. I'm not entirely sure on the floof. I know it has a floof, but I don't know if the colors are accurate. I think the eye shape, that's good. Maybe the placement not so much, but yeah, I definitely have a little less confidence in this one than I did Zerua. Jesus Christ, Zerua. Um, but I also don't think it's like terrible either. Like there are some things that seem pretty accurate to me at least, like the color scale, I think. Like having that reddish orange and like the pale color, the pale yellowish. Um yeah. I think I think it's decent. You know, like this might be like another B plus, B minus kind of grade if I had to. But let's go ahead and look at what the real Panseer looks like compared to this dude. Oh boy, so here's the real Panseer on the left, and then there is mine. I think I did not do as well with this one, personally. There's a couple, like, major things I get wrong right off the bat, like this. His floof is actually, like, a little swirly floof, and mine, I just kind of did what I did for Zerua. The ears weren't right, like, the color was off, they're actually more of an orange. And looking back at the other elemental monkeys, too, Panpour, I think it was, is one that was, like, kind of like this squiggle, which is what I was mimicking over here, but wrong monkey. Yeah, the part where, like, the face has this, like, little, pale spot on it, definitely got that shape wrong. It's more of, like this bean shape, where I just kind of went, like, triangle. The nose, just a dot. I went for a little bit too much detail. The eye shape was almost there. He just has like a little bit of this almost worried look with the way his eyebrows are. Mine looks a little too happy. The body shape I definitely kind of screwed up. I went way like super lanky, where this one is like a little bit short and has more of like this, again, kind of bean-shaped body, where yeah, definitely kind of screwed that up. Like, he has, like, this bean shape to him, but I just went super lanky. The tail is pretty close. It has, like, this sort of fire shape with it, but then again, I went too much detail, and added, like, that fieriness to it, where it just, you know, that simple shape. And the hands, I kind of had the right idea how it's like a mitten and it gets bigger as the arm goes. However, it's not red, it's just the pale color. And then this part here, the jagged lines that separate the red from the yellowish, I was kind of right on that almost. Maybe not in the exact position, but it was pretty close. I'm surprised I remember that the way I did. And then one final thing that's pretty off is the color. As you can see, mine is it's like a deeper reddish orange color, while his, Panseer, it's more of a pink, you know, like a very light red color. So, yeah, kind of like with Zerua, there are some things I got pretty okay, like I had the right idea, but just executed it wrong. But obviously, as you can see, it's not, like, awful. It's not completely wrong. It's decent enough. Well, we're gonna have one more go at this. I'm gonna generate a new random Pokemon. It's gonna be the last one I do today, and let's see how well I do that one. Okay, here we are back with the generator. Alright, and we're just gonna go ahead right away. Esper. Okay, that's a Gen 6 mon, if I'm correct, so I probably don't have a good idea of what it looks like. Like, I can picture it in my mind. I can picture it very clearly. But as far as drawing it goes, this might be a bit more of a challenge than the other ones. So it's like this cat. It's got like a big head. I think like small ears. I know it's got a weird face. Like it's got a I've seen God kind of face. But like yeah, let's go ahead and try to draw this thing. Where do I start? It's a good question. I think I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best. I'm really not sure how the ears go. I think they're like these fuzzy ball things on its head, almost kind of like a koala. Screwed up this other one, that's for sure. Maybe something like that. This looks a lot like a koala, doesn't it? I just remember it being like kind of like fuzzy, like a furry kind of Pokemon. Especially on the body. Like something like that, maybe? It has very small limbs. I can remember that. Kind of like, just like that. That's its arm there. And that's its other arm. Okay, maybe not. Maybe like, yeah, that's a bit better. And the same thing with its legs. They're just kind of, I don't know if I can put the bottom there, kind of like this. Alright. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the worst one out of the bunch, but that makes it a little bit more hilarious, because, oh my god, I can already tell that this thing does not look right. Oh, this is gonna look so bad. I feel like it has some sort of stripe, but I don't know where, like along the edge of its, like that? Like, yeah, it goes like along the edges of its body? I don't know, I just remember that. Maybe it's on its side and you can't actually see it, but I don't know. I'm gonna take it out of the line art. I'll do that in the coloring. It's kind of bulky there. Yeah, this face still looks wrong to me. Let me try something else. Let me try. Does it go like this, maybe? It sticks out on the side a bit. Honestly, that looks a bit better. I think that's a little bit more right. Yeah, okay. We're gonna stick with that. And keep like those little ears. Does it have fluff on the top too? I don't know, that doesn't seem right. I think this also one has like a nose kinda like that. And I know he's just got like let me just bring out this circle too for this thing's eyes. Alright, I gotta fix that. Hold on. Let me just select this and kind of just how do I want this to go? Like right there, maybe? Yeah. Just put another one. Something like that. Because I know it just got something very... It's got a very dead expression to it. That's just the one main thing that I remember about Esper, is that it looks like it's seen God. It's not a very happy looking Pokemon. There we go. That looks kind of right. It has like these little highlights like a lot of Pokemon do. I can't get over this thing's face. Like, it looks right, but it also doesn't. I think it might be the eye size. I don't know. I feel like the eyes maybe are a bit bigger. Ooh, I have them in the wrong layer. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. You know what? That looks a little bit better. Yeah. It's kind of... Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I think the top of its head needs to, like... Oop, needs to come down a little bit. Ooh, it's got too big of a forehead. That's a little bit better, but I'm really not sure about these ears. Maybe I should just smooth them out. Let me just get rid of them for now, because I don't like how they look. I don't know. Something about it just does not seem right. And now those look a little too small. Maybe do they, like, go up more? That kinda looks right. I think. Maybe? I don't know. I think I might leave it at that. Now I also kind of want to smooth out this chin. I think it's just on the side where it's actually furring. It's the body itself that's kind of like that fuzziness. I don't know how to describe it, but when I think of Esper, I know that there's fuzz. Like it's a little fluffy thing, whatever the hell it is. I think it's a cat of some sort. I don't know. This is about what I can remember with it, honestly. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. And let me just fix that real quick. Alright, let me go color this thing. Okay, so here's the finished Esper then. I actually added a few things in the coloring, like these spots on the ears and these tips on there. And also the stripes that I for some reason remember. Final thoughts before I look at the real Esper. I don't know. I don't know. This thing, it kind of looks right, but it also looks so wrong at the same time. What I think I got the most accurate was the face, the expression. But as far as, like, the rest of the head shape, especially with the ears and this fluff, I just don't know. I think I got kind of, like, the position that it's in. Like, with the arms and the legs, how it's just kind of, like, he's got his arms out, and his legs are kind of, like, going inwards. I think that's kind of right. As far as the coloring, I'm a little unsure. I remember the eyes being like a pinky color, but I also couldn't remember if they were purple, so I did both. And then for the gray of its body, I think it's a lighter gray, honestly, or maybe a bit more of a purple color. But this is what I went with. Yeah, so I'm not really sure on this. This might be the worst of the bunch, out of my opinion. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what the real Esper looks like. Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot. I can't help but laugh at look at this one, because, yeah, I don't think I did too hot. I definitely screwed up the head. There was foof on the top. I just didn't do it right. And the ears are actually going downward, but I had them kind of up, almost like bear ears. I I kind of had the right idea with like these side floofs, but they weren't colored. I remembered that wrong. The eyes, surprisingly, like the colors I got kind of right. Not like the exact hues, but how it's pink on the outside and purple on the inside. And like the white highlights. Like, yeah, that's decent. Their positioning is definitely off. They both look horrifying, I'll be honest, but this one's more horrifying. This one here. How it was just like a dot for a nose, I got that kind of right, but the mouth is kind of too big. They should be close together. Just everything with the face is like really off. The body is another story. I definitely remembered fluff. I did not remember how the fluff went. It actually has like a little bit here, and there, but I just made it look like some kind of soggy rat, to be honest. And I don't know where I was imagining these lines, but if you look on here, there are none. This thing has no stripes. So I don't know where that came from, but it's not accurate. As far as the hands and the feet go, they're fairly accurate with how they're just kind of like these nubs. The coloring's wrong. It is white. It's not that pinky color. But, yeah, they are like those nubs. This one really makes me laugh. I can't get over the face. It's just, it's not how it should be. Yeah, if I had to grade this one, this would be like a C-. I don't like it. I think it's definitely the one that makes me laugh the most out of the bunch, though, because, like, I could picture Esper in my head, but this is not. This thing here, this is not Esper. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's have all of our drawings back up on the screen then, and kind of just do a review of how we did. Okay, so we have everybody back up on the screen here with my drawings on the right and the real ones on the left. And overall, I didn't do terrible, I can say that, but I definitely, need to work on my memory a little bit because these are not super accurate either, especially this thing over here and whatever that is. Out of all of these, I kind of feel that Zorua, the first one I did, is the most accurate. Like, I had the right idea for a lot of things. With, like, the face shape and the floof. Just not quite the right shape or color. And then for Panseer, I also had a pretty, like, I had a pretty good idea of these things. Like with the tail and the floof on the head. But the colors are super off, and it's just way too lanky. It's too, like skinny limbs and stuff like that. It just does not quite work out. And then you have the Esper. Everything about this thing right here is just, I can't get over it. It's so funny. But yeah, that's the drawing Pokemon from Memory challenge. I had a lot of fun with it, even if my drawings look like crap. But I would love to do this again. If you want to see me doing more art challenges other than just Pokemon stuff, I am totally down for suggestions. If you have any ideas, go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me which one of these things did you think you liked the best or that you found like the most funny. I'd love to know. But yeah, that's everything. See you guys, and consider subscribing if you like more content like this. I know I don't post super often, but I'm working on it. I'm sorry, school is keeping me busy. Until then, see ya.